We're here at Northside Bar and Grill, and Dave and Linda have asked us to come here and take a look at some claims of apparitions and other types of paranormal activity that occurs here.
This is the main bar area of the establishment. It's a two-story building. We have this area here, which is the main bar. We also have the basement, and upstairs is the art gallery. In the back is the entertainment room. That's where all the live bands perform and everything. We've had several encounters with, I'm not sure what, to be perfectly honest. As a matter of fact, I just had one this evening upstairs. But
Well, what goes on in this area here? This is the bar area?
yeah, this is our main bar area here. Everything is stored up here. We have storage down below in the basement also for our main walk-in cooler.
Now let's go to the next area.
Okay, we can go to the kitchen next.
Okay.
This is our big, enormous kitchen area.
Okay, so you had an experience in here?
Actually, I did, yeah. I had these two doors closed. I was standing over here at the grill cooking a hamburger. I thought Linda had come in because the door opened up and then closed, and I thought I caught something out of the corner of my eye. I was facing towards the wall, and I started up a conversation with her thinking that she was standing right here. I thought I saw a body walk in, and I thought I saw, well, I know I saw the door move, but nobody was in here.
Where's the next area?
We'll go back to the back door back here where the lights are at.
Okay, let's go.
My bartender, Kenny, was in here one night opening up by himself, and he walked back here to turn the Sierra Nevada light on, and he said he felt like someone was standing right next to him, practically on his shoulder, and he turned and he caught a glimpse of something, wasn't sure what it was. Turned the light off, walked away. He never comes back here.
And where did he see it?
He was like this, and it was like right here on his shoulder.
Yeah, he said it was right on his shoulder.
Right on his shoulder.
The feeling that he had, or whatever it
Right.
was he turned sideways, and it was like right here on his shoulder.
So it was real close to him.
Yeah.
Did it move, or?
I don't think so.
think
No,
so.
I think
No,
it
it was
just, he felt
was
it,
there
he looked
and-
over and he saw something, but he wasn't sure what it was and walked away.
This is where I had the experience I talked a little bit about. I had come up to make sure everything was okay up here, and I walked up the stairs. The hallway lights were already on, and I don't know why they were, but they were already on. So I walked up the hallway, and I came through here and walked about 5 steps that way, and the hall lights went off. So I turned around, I came back over here to this switch, and I physically put the switch the other direction. The lights went back on, I turned around and I walked over there, started walking down the hallway again, and the lights went off again. So I turned around one more time, and I came back over, and the light switch was in the opposite position where I had left it. I flipped it up again one more time and turned the lights on, started walking down the hallway, and the lights went back off again. And I turned around and came back downstairs.
All right. What did this used to be before it was an art gallery?
Years and years ago, one of the things that it was a brothel for 35 years, which is a very long time to have any kind of establishment like that. Before that, when the factories were going good, this was a big factory area in Akron. All of these rooms were rented out, and they were rented out to 3 people at a time. They had 2 beds in them. And what they would do is one guy would be working, the 2 guys would be sleeping. He would get off shift, one of them would get up, he'd go into that bed, and the other one would go into work, and they just kept rotating through.
Wow.
This building has a lot of history.
All right. And where do we go next?
Downstairs to the basement.
Okay.
This area over here and on the other side of that wall was where at one point in time they had during Prohibition, they had a speakeasy in here. This was, they had casinos and gambling, a lot of gambling, not really a casino. I guess it was quite an elaborate setup they had at one point in time. On the other side of the wall was where they had all the beer and everything. Down the hallway towards the back goes to the back of the building, and they're mostly back in that area is where we've had the activity.
Okay. Well, what we will do from this point is we're going to go ahead and get all the equipment set up, and we'll see what we can come up with and see if we can find some evidence of some of the sightings and what goes on here.
Okay.
Okay, great. Yeah, I want it up there by the brothel. And especially in that one room.
That should be in that hallway or there's...
We're about ready to go lights out. We have tech set up now, and our camera placement. We have 4 cameras in the hotspot areas. Camera 1 is actually pointed into the stage area where an apparition was seen over the shoulder of a bartender that was turning this light on. Camera 2 over here is actually in the cellar area, pointed down the hallway over where the speakeasy was back in the early 1900s. Camera 3 is pointed down the hallway. The brothel upstairs, where that existed for 35 years, and now is an amateur art gallery. And camera 4 is pointed at the bar area because there's been activity that occurs around the bar area here, in the back, and down in the far end of the bar area.
It's also hitting a light switch that was going on and off.
Right. And that's an important key factor too. So we got that light switch in there. So we'll be able to actually take a look and see if there's anybody or any apparition that appears at that point in time. So we're about ready to go lights out. Get this investigation going. What we're going to do is we're going to conduct a couple of EVP sessions down here. Wanted to kind of do a sweep with EMF just to make sure that there's no high EMF areas or fear cages that someone could get confined in, which could cause the effects of hallucination, agitation, nervousness. Hey, Mom. Mom, stand aside for a second.
No,
Go down there. Go down there. See if someone's down there.
You see that white?
No. See if someone's down there. Either someone's down there or something moved across that back down by the stairs. Hold this. Hold this. I saw something move right across over here. Go get my EMF meter. Not that one, the other one.
Back
The
here?
mill. Yeah, go get the mill. Two 2.9,
Right here.
2.8,
Oh.
1.9,
Ooh, it's
2.0.
low. It's low.
2.1,
Right here where my arm is.
2.2.
What is
You're
that?
feeling a draft then. You're feeling that from the
What is that? Is that outside?
1.7 at head level, 2.9 up here. You know what?
What?
4.6, yeah. I think we may have a little bit of a fear cage in this tunnel. 4.7, 4.3, 4.2,
We got none.
Did you see
6.5.
something white at the end of the?
I didn't see
Look at this.
anything, but I felt it.
Hey, guys, I had an 8.3 for a little bit. I think you may have possibly been feeling there's some power running above here, quite a bit of it. But look at that, 7.1, 7.3, 7.7, 13. That was it. I would bet. But it still doesn't explain what I saw.
At the very end of the hallway where it empties into this room, I felt very, very bad. I got turkey skin and felt I didn't like where I was. I got creeped, scared, and it takes a lot for me to get that way.
I got some high levels of EMF in towards the center. I was able to get readings of about 13 to 15 milligauss, which is pretty high. So that could have been causing that. Not to say for sure, but could have.
Is there anyone that would like to speak with us up here? Can you give us your name? Is anybody on the front steps?
Mm-mm. Why?
I'm just wondering.
You see a shadow?
I just heard something outside the doorway.
Can you knock twice if you're male and knock once if you're female? Were you one of the girls that worked here? Lived here?
Can you give us a sign within this room that you're here?
What's that? Did you hear that?
Yeah, there's where I kept hearing stuff down the hallway.
Earlier, it sounded like
See, I'm not.
Is that you who did that? Can you do it again? Can you make that noise again for us? Did you hear it again? It's down here, Robin.
No, there was one by the stairs too.
So what we're gonna do is we'll each try and spread out down through this hallway
And try to sit into a doorway.
yeah, and see if we can find out where this noise is coming from, so.
You're fine, just bring
The reason why we spread around upstairs in the old brothel at Northside was we were hearing different sounds, each one of us, and it was the similar sound. So we're trying to figure out where it was coming from so we can find out more about it.
We're here for you. We wanna meet you and talk to you, find out who you are.
door for us, please?
I've got movement down here.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. Did you see that? It's like a mist. This came right down here and came down.
Hey Jody.
Yeah.
What's weird about that?
Huh?
It's weird that you say that because I could have sworn I saw like something smoky over there.
Yeah, it was like right here and it just came down. It's like I saw it come from here and it came down this way. There was a white mist that was coming off of the wall over the steps, coming between the wall, the exit sign and the fan.
Come on, just let us know that you're here, give us a sign. You gotta make a loud noise. Touch one of us.
Yeah. I just felt something go like this. Very
Is that you?
slowly.
Can you do that again?
I'll leave my arm right here. Can you do it again for me? Did you hear that?
What do you hear?
That hallway is creepy.
Jesus Christ! Okay, EVP session in the cage. I'm not sure what they use it for, but this is on the speakeasy side. What?
Like something was crawling on my head.
Well, I sure hope that's someone. That's a lot of racket.
Is that you, Mothy?
If you're here and you want to speak with us, now's your chance. Can you please come forward, come into the room here with us, walk over here by us? That's got to be someone over there.
Shall I go investigate?
No, not yet.
I don't care what is up in those pipes. That hallway is creepy.
Really?
Every time I go down to that far end, the hair is just sticking in. I can't. I actually ran upstairs for 5 minutes.
Really?
I'm telling you.
Maybe we'll do an EVP session over there on the way
Like,
out.
I'm really spooked down there at the very end. Every time I walk down there, every time I
I
come
mean, you're
up,
not afraid of anything.
I'm getting a little great.
What was that?
Yeah, what was that? It sounded like it came right from the other side over here. Where's Muffy at?
It's back this way. The other exit.
Did one of you just come down the hallway?
Yes.
When? Which hallway? Here?
No, over here in the brick hallway.
No.
Oh.
Seriously?
We're in the wrong
I
area.
swear, I'm not going back. I'm not
All right.
going to go back down there.
Are you serious? There's not that much going on down
I'm
there?
dead serious. Well, I'm feeling it. I mean, my heart's going.
EMF is flat in this room, very flat. All right, that's a good thing.
We'll get a pretty good reading.
Do you want to talk to Robin? Can you give us a sign that you're in here?
Did you hear that?
Yeah, right here.
Okay, let's just hang out here for a moment.
Come on, can you do that again? I think that might be the heat. It sounds like something's tapping over there.
Do you think it's the heat now?
No, because it would be almost echoing through though. That's the only problem. That's what I'm saying, like, someone needs to sit there and...
Did you hear that?
What do you hear?
Kid. Yeah.
Or a cat? What are the
It
others?
sounded like a... That was crazy. That was not the heat thing. I'm not... Well, is anybody outside that window? I thought it was over here.
Actually, I think 2 windows bumped up on here.
What we're doing is we're conducting an EVP session in here because Mothy has experienced very intense feelings if something was with him. If there's anybody in here with us that'd like to speak with us, now's the chance. You're not going to have a whole lot of other opportunity besides tonight to speak with someone. So please let us know of your presence.
How you feeling, Mom?
Can you give us a... Jesus Christ, right behind you, dude, there's someone standing there. I swear to God, there was someone standing there.
Right here. I'm telling you.
It looked like a face right behind you.
Well, the camera is there, so hopefully.
Right behind you, it looked like a face.
I'm telling you, this hallway is. I'm
Here,
telling
back
you,
up, back up.
Thought somebody was coming down me.
Go back.
Down the hallway.
Go back in the place where you were. What I saw was right on your right, over your shoulder, like right behind you. There was someone standing there.
I don't doubt it for a minute.
I saw a mustache. I saw what appeared to be like really thicker eyebrows and stuff.
I don't know. Can't you guys feel it in here?
Can you please come forward and make your presence known. There's a lot of objects down here. You can knock something over. Are you angry that we're here? Are you curious that we're here? Do you want to talk to us? Can you do that? Where'd that come from?
Moth, where are you?
Right here.
That sounded like back in the cage area.
It's hard telling direction in this hallway.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, right there.
Ooh, I feel a really cold spot here.
I'm not so worried about the cold.
I almost
It's
felt like
coming
there was oh. Do you feel that? It's like pressure, like your ears are gonna pop.
I'm just feeling a little dizzy.
And the EMF's not too high right here. Oh. It's like you gotta pop it's like,
Feel pressure.
yeah.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Down here.
That red LED over there just blacked out.
Oh my gosh!
You need to spend a little time in there.
You what?
I can't even stand down there.
Down here?
Not even with you guys.
Tell me what you saw.
So it was farther away. It was hard to tell. Was it a man? It was a man. Dark
Okay.
hair. It was right down here, and then it bolted, and I started
Face.
chasing it.
Face.
Oh my gosh, dark. That's all I could see. It was dark. It was like, not really. Some facial hair, maybe possible facial hair, because it was dark. It was so fast.
Now guess what was behind Moffy? We were in the hallway over there, and I turn around, and there was a face looking over his shoulder, right behind
Get
him.
out.
The guy had a mustache.
Listen, that's kind of similar, because what I did is I walked over here. I just
These
had
dark
this
hair?
feeling.
Yes.
Really dark hair?
Yes.
Dark. That's all I just remember is seeing dark features.
Yeah.
And I walked over here and I was like, what is that? And I looked again and I was like, it freaked me out a minute, and then I just took off towards it. I'm like,
Was he
gotta catch
skinny?
it.
Was he
I don't
skinny?
even know. I just saw a face.
You may be seeing the same thing we saw down here. We had several incidents down here. Moffy was chased out of here. He actually got scared. He had to go upstairs. Come here, let me show you something.
That was crazy.
See this hallway here?
Yeah.
You need to spend a little time in there. And this from this area down.
Down? Okay.
Okay?
Alright.
The group we're in right now is myself, Moffy, and Stephanie. We're going to start an EVP session here in the stage area. Off over here, an apparition was seen over the shoulder of a gentleman turning the light on. So we're going to go ahead and start conducting an EVP session in here and see if we can't come up with anything. We would like to know if you are here with us. We'd like to communicate with you. If you come over and speak into this light, into this device right here, which has the red light on it, I'll be able to hear you. Is your name Scotty? There is a claim that a little boy named Scotty is one of the spirits that haunts this place. We heard you are very playful and you like to fool around and trick people and play little games on people.
We're here just to communicate. We're not here to hurt you. We're interested in learning about you. We've heard that you like to be in the stage area.
If you want to tell us something or you want to get a message to us, then if you come over here and speak into this right here in front of me, and we'll be able to hear you. Hey, Mothy, I saw actually a dark shadow right here, right by the exit sign over here. When I was glancing over the stage, I saw it out of the corner of my eye. Did you see
9
that?
p.m.
9 p.m.?
I've seen some shadows, but I'm trying to decide if it's from
Well,
the
so am
light
I,
from the
so
window.
am I, yeah. But we had a camera on it, so
Oh,
we have the static camera over there on it.
Right now for baseline down through here, we have about 0.3 milligauss, and ambient temperature is 62.8. And Deb, what do you have for baseline down there? I have now 2.0 milligauss for ambient EMF. So we are down here in the hallway, and we have Deb, we have Jody, Robin, and Jennifer, myself, and we are going to talk a little bit, see if we can make some kind of communication down here because of the claims that have been throughout the evening. So we'll see what we get.
Can you come up and touch one of us? Can you scratch me or leave a mark or let me know that you're here? Hey Joe, you keep hearing something down here.
Yeah.
Is that why you keep shining? Did you hear someone say yeah?
Yeah, that's why I kept hearing something down here. That's why I kept shining my light.
If that was you who said that, can you do it again, but louder?
I am telling you.
What?
I felt somebody tugging on my.
Just noticed something over here that I didn't notice earlier. Two. You know, I was wondering, hey, Mothy, this is where the bartender turned this light on here. He thought he saw an apparition over his shoulder here when he turned around. All depending on how much time he spent in this area, I can't imagine it'd be all that much. You do have an electrical box over here, and you got a lot of conduit down here. And the levels are fairly high. See them down there?
I see it.
And right up to the box up there. And it's just a possible explanation. I don't know how long he spent here though. So.
we really would like to connect with you tonight.
Hey, Stephanie?
Yeah, Eric.
See that red LED in there?
The what?
Have you noticed that red LED shuts off? The one in the kitchen? I watched it either black out or shut off for a little bit. I believe it's, looks like an intercom. So I wouldn't think that would actually shut off. Now, if that was something that walked in front of it, though, that wouldn't be a little boy.
Right.
That'd be a good-sized individual. I was just kind of looking at this general area, and that red LED over there just blacked out. Just like either like someone walked in front of it or it just turned off for a little bit. But I've not seen it do it since. So I don't know what to make of that. Really like you to come out, meet us.
I can't tell if it was in the kitchen or beyond the kitchen.
What did it sound like? It was
Like a bump, like somebody bumped into something. Is there an ice machine in there?
there's some coolers in there, but
But not an ice machine?
it wasn't up at the bar area, was it?
No, it sounded like.
It sounded like it was coming from in here.
Yeah, I thought maybe there might have been an ice machine.
That didn't sound like the ice.
What's wrong?
I got touched in a way that would be appropriate for a brothel.
Robin had asked, "What is your name?" And you hear a faint Kim. This is EVP session down in the hallway. What we're gonna do is we're gonna test and see if we can kind of recreate what happened earlier. So, Robin, is your back face to the camera? What's wrong?
I just felt like somebody touched like my left,
This one felt like my back, just pressure, but cold pressure.
Really?
I know this sounds crazy, but whatever I have on my belt, it almost feels like whatever, it feels like it's interested in what I have in the back of my pants, and it feels like something keeps tugging on it, and then it felt like something tugged on my camera case.
is this what you want? Can you throw that back at me? Or slide it down the hall? All right, thought you were interested in it. It's mine. I'm taking it back. Didn't want to play anyway.
If you want it back, you're gonna have to let us
Pull it
know
off
you're
my
here.
pants.
Is there a buffet over there?
Say that again, Deborah.
What? Did you hear that?
Yeah. I don't know if someone's walking around upstairs. Is your last name DeFeo?
I'm starting to get bored with you.
Or you're just really shy?
No, he's mama's boy.
Judy.
Oh my gosh. What?
Keep talking, Jody.
Yeah,
Keep talking.
He's a mama's boy.
it just spiked.
He's afraid.
And I haven't even moved it.
Come on, buddy. Are we upsetting you?
Do something with the women.
Not that we mean to. It's Jody. We'll blame it on Jody.
Don't blame it on me. Blame it on him. He's a coward.
What was that?
It's probably someone upstairs.
That was pretty loud though.
Might have been Jody. Ow. I totally hurt myself climbing up that thing. Okay.
Look at this, I'm completely flat and then I got that K2 spike.
Did you just hear that?
Yeah.
Mhm.
What happened? What'd you hear?
Something just knocked right down there.
Knock?
Can you do that again?
If you do it again, I promise I will not say another negative thing about you.
I'm gonna set up shop down here and I'll never leave.
Trust me, you don't want these women to torment you for whatever life you have left. Say something so they can move on.
They are not that bad.
Northside Bar and Grill was actually one of the more exciting investigations that we have done recently, in part due to the history.
Northside Bar and Grill was a very, very interesting place. I had a lot of personal experiences there. One of the personal experiences I had was up in the brothel area. At the end of the hallway, when we were all spread out, we were doing some EVP work, and I looked down at the end of the hallway and I noticed like a white haze. It was very quick and very faint. It kind of appeared and then disappeared. I didn't say anything because I wanted to see if any of the other investigators might notice. So a few minutes later, Jody Cook, he was one of our special guests that came with us, he actually looked down and he noticed the same exact thing and described it to the T.
Later on in the night, we were up in the brothel doing EVP sessions, and the first experience up in the brothel was walking down the hallway, and it felt like a very soft, gentle feeling was stroking my ears. And it's just like, okay, so probably about 20 minutes later, I figured, I'd ask a question that would be appropriate for something in a brothel. So I asked to be touched, and I got touched in a way that would be appropriate for a brothel.
Eric and myself were in the old speakeasy part. We were sitting there conducting an EVP session, and we heard what sounded to be footsteps and rustling around of objects that were stored in that area. We thought it was our other team member, Mothy, coming to find us because he had separated from us. Later, we found out that he was nowhere near in that area.
We had actually made mention, Mothy, is that you? Mothy was one of the other investigators that we thought this may have been. We later found out he was nowhere in that area at all, and at that time was actually in another part of the cellar, which was nowhere near where we heard the rustling and the footsteps.
Our first EVP session was in one of the art rooms. We decided to go in there and do some EVP work, and within the first 10 minutes of the recorder, one of the investigators, Robin, had asked, "What is your name?" And you hear a faint Kim on the recorder later on when we listened.
In the first floor bar area, towards the back where the stage was, there's an electrical box where there's a sign that hangs above it, and the bartender would go over there and would turn on this neon sign. He felt a presence behind him, and he felt there was someone staring at him. When he turned around, there was no one there. There's a possibility, considering the neon sign is located near that electrical box, and there is a high level of EMF within about a foot around that box. If he stood there for any amount of time, or he was EMF sensitive, that could have led to the possibility of the feeling or experience he had.
When we were upstairs in the brothel area, after we had all spread out, we kind of pinpointed where the noise might have been coming from. So we decided to do some EVP work in there. We went in there, the first 10 minutes, we all actually heard what sounded to be like a screaming help sound. Later on, listened to the audio evidence and picked this up very clear on the recorder.
Did you hear that? Yes. Did you hear that?
I saw what appeared to be a face of a middle-aged gentleman, dark hair, beard, mustache. It appeared to be over the shoulder of Mothy, right over his shoulder, looking at me. When I saw the face over Mothy's shoulder, I was stunned. I turned and I pointed at it. I think it scared Mothy a little bit because he had ducked rather quickly. We didn't actually pick up anything on mini DV or on the DVR. But it doesn't necessarily mean there wasn't something there, because there's a possibility that you can actually see an image or an apparition where the cameras don't pick it up. That's what we call PK. It's basically through psychokinesis. It's I wouldn't say it's exactly like ESP, but it's a projection an image that you will see in your mind, but not actually be picked up by a camera. That does occur sometimes. And one of the interesting things about this sighting is 5 or 10 minutes later, Jennifer saw the same thing, and we did record her reaction.
We were doing some EVP work, and I was walking around with the HD, and we were seeing shadows at the end of the hallway. So I wanted to go down and kind of try and figure out what was going on, maybe capture something. And as I was walking down towards the stairway, I had the HD in my hand, the camera, and I looked down and I saw what to be like just a head for a split second. It had facial features, hair, I mean, all over. It was kind of dark, but it was very quickly. The face that Eric saw and the face that I saw, I believe to be very similar. The experiences were way too coincidental. They happened within 15 minutes and within the same area. I think it's very possible it could have been the same thing. Unfortunately, we weren't able to prove it. We didn't pick up anything on the video or anything like that.
One of the locations was down in a hallway. In that area, there was high EMF, and high EMF in a confined area is what we call a fear cage. And what that can do is that can create an uneasy feeling, and someone spending a considerable amount of time in that area can experience what they could believe to be possibly paranormal events.
I would love to be able to go back maybe another time to reinvestigate.
I think for the location, the history of Northside, fantastic place. Would love to go back there and investigate again.
You know, we documented a lot of the experiences, and some of the evidence that we captured was interesting. I think that in all, it was a great investigation.